Never ready, but I'm ready-ish.
Yeah, right-ish. We're ready-ish.
We're ready-ish.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Lindy with the Lindy K and Sean Designs. And I have Miss Yolanda with Devonrex4art with me, and her channel is linked below. If you're not subscribed to her, please go and do so. And Miss Yolanda, for a thank you, if you could share your address with me in our private chat, I would like to send you something.
Oh, well, that's sweet. Well, you have to send me your address too, and then I'll send you something.
Right, we will exchange. Hello, Kat. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi, Dar. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Judy. Judy is also from Canada.
Oh. Hi, Judy from Canada. It's still winter here. I thought it was spring, but it's winter again.
Oh, see, that's what's happening here. We had 70-degree weather, and now we have a cold front moving in.
Yeah, we have snow.
Oh, no snow.
Well, where I am, we have snow.
Hi, Miss Debbie Epps.
Hey, Debbie.
All right, so today we are going to just play Hi, Ori with our gel plates, and Yolanda is going to share some pan pastels and do's and don'ts.
There's not many don'ts, really.
If something can go wrong, I'm sure I can do that.
Well, that's just an opportunity, right?
Right. It's a learning.
Yeah.
Hi, Tina.
So I pulled out a few examples of pan pastels. So on this one, the orange and the pink is pan pastel, and the greens are pan pastel. Everything else is paint. On this one, the color of the plant is pan pastel, and I think the table, and everything else is paint except for the outline is charcoal. And then this one, the blue and the skin tone was pan pastel.
Okay.
So I think I like pan pastels because you can do like layered prints, but instead of like painting and waiting for it to dry, the pan pastel is a dry medium. So you don't have to wait. You can apply it where you want it pretty easily, and then you can, you don't have to wait for it to dry to do a pickup.
Okay.
The downside is you never pick up all the pan pastel. There's always a bit left on your plate. So you can do lots of ghost prints, which I have something I can grab out to show that. And then when you're done, like when the ghost print isn't showing much, then you can wipe it with baby oil or mineral oil or whatever.
Okay.
I also have a few pan pastels here. Like this is pan pastel, like her face.
Oh, she's
And then the
gorgeous.
rest is alcohol ink. That's a PM Artist Studio stencil. And then this one here, that's pan pastel. This one.
Oh.
And then I was able to do multiple chickens.
Okay.
So that's just some examples. But it's, the gel plate is so fun because it's the possibilities are endless. Like it's just, you can just do so many things with it.
I've had fun with it, that's for sure. You get all of these prints, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all these prints?
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. I just keep doing it.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I get a lot is, what do you do with all your prints? And I'm like, well, some go in a drawer, some go in a journal, some go like in like a frame. Actually, I had one in a frame to show, but I don't know where I put it. Some go in Happy Mail.
Yes.
Oh yeah, here's a couple more that I had pulled out. I forgot. So this one here This one is one of my stencil designs from PMR Studios, and I did like a long haul, so where you do like lots of layers with the stencil on. So the white was under the stencil, and then I did lots of layers, and then before my final pull, I added the yellow is the yellow is actually the pink, the green and the blue and the orange and the pink, that's pan pastel.
Oh, I like that.
And then I picked it up, I think, with this yellow color.
Okay.
There is a live stream of this, so that's one good thing about filming, is that if you can't remember how you did something, you can just check the footage. And this was done on a live stream as well. So this was a charcoal drawing of my cat that I transferred to the gel plate. And then this is paint, but the cat is filled in with pan pastel, and so is the ground. Hello, everybody coming in.
Very nice. Hello, Wilhelmina.
I was gonna say Woolmania.
So one day my words just would not come out at all, and I called her Bina. Woolabina.
Woolabina.
So I call her Bina sometimes.
Hi, Christine. That's
Hello.
cut and paste.
Okay. See, now I get to Dar. I've heard Dar's name, but I couldn't figure out who Dar was. So now I know who Dar is.
Yeah, Dar's one of my mods. She mods for quite a few people.
Yes.
And Cat and Paste, she has an amazing coloring channel. She's very super talented. Okay. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Tracy.
Sherry, how's your foot? Hi, Tracy. So what do you want to do first?
I don't care. I've got all kinds of stencils out, so.
And I assume most people here know what pan pastels are. So this is an example of some. These are all the pan pastels I have. I have this tray and I have this tray. So these are more like neutrals, and then a couple metallic. Well, actually, just the gold. Oh, gold and copper, and iridescent black.
So did yours come in those trays?
No, I bought the trays separately. Okay. So I ended up buying 2 packs of 20. There's a few that were duplicates that I gave away to someone. Okay. So then I bought a few extras to fill in, like the metallic ones or extras I bought single. And then you use like these soft, as Dee Dee Willingham says it. I learned about pan pastels from Dee Dee Willingham. She's like one of my idols. And use these. I don't have use soft tools. She always says soft because it's two F's and a T. So it used to be Pan Pastel was the company, but then they sold to Golden recently. So apparently they're coming out with, or they have come out with some new colors, which I don't have any of the new colors. But these are basically the colors I have. And then I had some duplicates that like I said, I gave away.
I love that you do that because I do the same thing.
You keep a catalog or you give away duplicates?
So, I have my sheet and I have to catalog everything. So I like circle and I'm like, got this, need this.
Yeah. And then you take a picture and I put it under notes. So if I'm shopping, then I can look at what I have if it's up to date.
Yes. I don't buy mine in the store because our Blick store left us a few years ago. So I have a lady, Gypsy Craft Nook. I'll list her store below. That's where I got all of my pan pastels. So I got 5 things. And then we got
and all the pan pastels, they'll have like the color, and then they have the shade and the tint. I don't have it here, but like there'll be, let's say, like so violet tint is like a lighter color, and then there would be violet, and then there would be violet shade. Violet shade would be darker. Like I don't know if I have an example here that has 3 colors. So here's the yellow ochre tint. Here's the regular yellow ochre. And then I don't think I have a yellow ochre shade. Or burnt sienna tint, burnt sienna shade, and yeah, I don't have a burnt sienna. So you don't have to have everything.
Right.
That's my point. And if you don't have pan pastels, you can use makeup from, this is from the drugstore. I got it on sale.
Okay.
It's not quite as pigmented, but it works. So you can use makeup, like eyeshadow.
Okay.
Eyeshadow for the men out there who don't know what, you know, what kind of makeup that was I just showed.
Hello, Adria.
Hey, Adria. The whole bucket was here early. Now she's late.
That is Miss Cheryl.
Miss Cheryl.
She does a lot of doodling, and her goal is to put together a bunch of journals this year.
Cool. I have watched her before. It's been a while though. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Sometimes what I'll do, instead of just going to like my home screen on YouTube, I'll go to subscriptions.
Yes.
And then you can see what people are actually doing rather than what the algorithm wants to give you, like something from like 7 years ago from, I don't know, like just these, you get these weird, like, why is that popping up on my feed?
That's how I keep up with you, Dee Dee and Janet. While I'm at work, I try to pop in and go, hey, and try to read the chat, but it doesn't always work.
Is this ring, is that bothering people? I can turn it off. If that's better, I'll just do that for a second. Yeah, Christine, she says, too bad it's not vice versa and you can't use pan pastel as makeup. You probably could though, it's non-toxic. So you could probably use it as makeup. The other thing about pan pastel on the gel plate, like when you use pan pastel for coloring, you have to spray fixative it. But on the gel plate, when you pick it up with paint, it seals it pretty well. So like, for example, like this one, like if I take a clean finger and I rub it, not much comes off on my finger. So if you don't like spray fixative things, if that's a word, you can just use your pan pastels or your makeup on the gel plate. Okay. See, look how pigmented it is. So that's going to be, I'm going to be Shrek for a few days.
Adria, I'll wait till he goes to sleep. He'll be our guinea pig. So stay tuned. If I'm not at Craft and Chat in the morning, you guys will know why.
That's funny. And I have used pan pastels with image transfers. Everybody loves image transfers. So you can do your image transfer, then you can fill it in with pan pastel, which, let's see, I've done that a lot. I don't know why I didn't have one of those available. Can you hear me? Because I'm walking around.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I had to cough, so I muted real quick.
Oh, okay. So like that, like that's pan pastel. And that's pan pastel. I think I did that on a New Year's Eve stream once. So what do you want to do first, Lindy? You tell me.
So when you're working with pan pastels, what is the first step that you like to do?
I usually like to put some paint down with some sort of pattern, whether it's like an image transfer or stencil or just like impression, you know, texture, whatever. So I usually like to do that. Okay. So
I'm just going to follow along.
Okay. Let's see. Do you want something with some nice openings? Here, I'll just do this. Just something very simple. Just like this is like a bath mat.
Oh, I have that bath mat too. I just don't know where it's at.
I think this was a Robin McClendon recommendation. That's probably why you
Yes.
have it too.
Yes, I have that. And then while I was there, they have a kitchen sink
Yes.
mat, so I picked it up too.
Actually, I don't know if this one's a kitchen sink one. Oh, the kitchen sink one's square, right? It's got like
Yes,
squares. I
it
think I have
is.
that in my. Oh, I have that in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I have a
And
big like a big Rubbermaid thing.
I ordered my eye stamp.
Oh,
For it to come in because I love it.
well, that's nice. I could do one with that too. You can even use like gift bags with foil on them to make a impression.
Oh, see, I didn't think about that.
So this is my 8x10 plate. I'm just pulling out today.
I brought out the big one.
Okay. So it does take a while to fill in with the pan pastel. Just so you know. You might be painting it on for a bit.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. So let's just do half and half. I'll do half with this. I got a bunch of junk at the top there. Just push that on.
Oh.
I don't know if this is going to pick up enough. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I have too much paint on. Let me just take a bit of paint off. Try that again. Because you want openings. And you do have to let your paint dry too, so that you're not contaminating your soft tools.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be. Yeah, I think I want something with more space in it. I'll just try this one. Again, I might have too much paint on my plate. Is Hunter your cat or your husband, Tina? If Hunter's saying hello and is he sitting, where is he sitting? Is he sitting on your lap or on your table?
Hunter is her grandson.
Oh, your grandson. Oh, hi, Hunter.
Hello, Hunter.
That's sweet. I don't have any of those.
Me
Yet.
either yet. We got the wedding first.
Well, these days you never know.
You don't. Like they've already bought their house together, so we got that. Engagement has happened, and we've picked out our venue.
Oh, wow. That's moving along. My boys have girlfriends, but no engagements so far. I'm just going to move that while it's drying, and we'll just.
So I watched Eddie, and
Eddie makes art.
Yes, I was quite impressed.
Yes, he's very good.
So he likes the carnival paper.
Yes, he actually sent me some.
You tried?
I have used it.
Did you like it?
I did like it, but it's so pricey that I kind of hoard it. I don't use it as much as I should or could, because he sent me some, and Mariah from Timar Studio, she sent me some.
Okay.
And so I kind of it's very precious to me.
Well,
so on Wednesday I used tracing paper because I didn't want to use my wet strength carnival tissue.
I also think it's quite expensive and out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, tracing paper is pretty good. So it doesn't go as clear though.
The Dollar Tree tissue paper is
Oh, yeah?
thicker than most tissue paper.
Oh,
So that's what I use.
there's a hot tip. And then you can, when you glue it down, does it disappear nicely?
Sometimes it depends on what paint you have used. But for the price, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, that's good. And it stands up to doing pulls on the gel plate?
Yep, see?
Okay. Oh, that's what you're using right now.
It is.
Cool.
Oh, you just did a transfer and so what do you use for your transfer? You use gesso or did you just use black paint?
For
Okay.
magazine transfers, I use Mars Black.
Okay.
Well, not Mars Black. I use Liquitex Basics typically, or Amsterdam, or that kind of consistency.
Okay.
But I can, you can use fluid, and I find if I'm using like a collage soup book, I like the golden fluid for the collage soup. Something about it works better for me on a transfer with the collage soup books. I don't know why. And it's nice and dark, and you don't have to use black. You can use whatever color you want. My brain likes it if it's a dark color. Like I tend to use like a dark black or a dark purple or like a dark red or dark green. Like I find that if it's a lighter color and then you're getting kind of like X-ray look, it has to be really opaque for my eye.
Okay.
I don't know. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll use some pan pastels because I thought the stripes would be fun to do different colors in.
Yes. So Tina's grandson, I didn't want to share unless she wanted to. He is autistic, so he enjoys coming to the live crafting chats.
Nice.
So he sits and listens.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right, so let's see if this is dry. So this is dry, so I can put pan pastels on this now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna let this one dry out of the way. And let's just use some colorful. I can do, you know what I'll do is I'll do part makeup. I'll do this part makeup and this part pan pastels. People can see the difference. So with the makeup, I just use like regular makeup applicators.
So with the pan pastels, you need to use the soft tools only, is that correct?
Well, you don't need to, but they're better.
Okay.
I think if you're using them on like what am I trying to say? Directly on paper, I think the soft tools work much better. If you're using the gel plate, I don't know if it matters as much.
So
this is where
I think I'm definitely going to invest in the trays because leaving them like this, you have to unscrew every level.
Yes. That is a pain in the patootie for sure.
Yes.
So this is where it gets a bit tedious when you're filling in like little areas, right?
Okay, here it goes.
So I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to do this small little. Hi, Sarah. I feel like I've seen you at Biddy Penny's before. Is that correct? Or is it at Lindy's?
Probably at mine. She is my coworker. We sit right next to each other every day.
Oh, okay.
Someone has to keep her in line at work.
So do you work like full time?
I do. So my husband also crafts with me and he works full time. And
So what, you
he just,
mainly stream on Saturdays and Sundays then, right?
yes. And then during the week, I stay caught up with you and Dee Dee and Janet and the scavenger hunt.
Hmm. There's always something fun to watch. That's for
There,
sure.
there is for sure. Well, Cheryl, there's always that chance that we go to work one day and they tell us that we no longer have a job. We're in that stage right now.
Oh dear.
So Sarah and I work for the federal government.
Okay.
If that
Yeah.
helps.
Well, yeah, we won't talk about that right now.
Yes. And I told Sarah the day that they offer early retirement, I am gone.
So I'm just using just a few different colors,
So do you
to
have to worry
see.
about cross-contamination with your pan pastels?
Um, Not so much. Like if you do, you can just wipe it out with like a tissue or something.
Okay.
Don't drop them. Don't get them wet. Those are the don'ts because it could crack the pan, which some people can fix that, but I don't have the energy for that. And then if you wet it, it kind of ruins the dry consistency.
Okay.
So I'm just at the top, I'm just using makeup. And then I'll put some pan pastel on the bottom, a bit more willy-nilly, because like I said, this is tedious. Tedious to do, tedious to watch. How's yours going?
Mine is
Can you
going,
put yourself bigger so I can see?
yes.
And just so everyone knows, I'm watching on YouTube, so I'm lagging behind when I'm watching Lindy.
So she's right in with you
Ooh,
guys.
I like your design. Is that from a stencil or how did you get that? I missed
Yes.
that.
So my stencils are still down.
Oh, okay.
And these are stencils that I got from Miss Debbie Epps.
Oh, okay. So are they like masks? Like are there 4 individual stencils or is it one big stencil?
I have 5 stencils down. So this one is
Oh,
a
okay.
large one, and then I got smaller ones.
Okay.
Because I watched you the other day and I was like, oh, I'm going to need several.
Yeah, stencils are great to use on the gel plate. Um, you don't need them though. Like, I mean, obviously I design stencils, so I like it when people use stencils, but you don't
You,
need them. Like
you
when I started, I
do.
didn't use stencils very much.
So I got your stencil. Is one of yours called the O's?
Wonky O's, yeah.
Yes. I love that one. So that one is coming as well to my house.
Aw, thanks.
And
I hope
another
you will
one.
enjoy it.
Thank you, Christine. And if you guys want to see any colors, participation is always welcome. You just have to
Yes.
yell really loud or I don't hear you.
When I'm streaming, I tell people to use like
All caps.
caps, but they don't.
Yes, I know. Because like I'll type something in and I'm like, dang it. I'm gonna
But
do
even if they
that.
do, sometimes I still miss it. It's hard, especially when you get like really involved in something. Like people like Dee Dee make it look easy.
She does.
Yeah, and it's not that easy. Between colors with your pan pastels, like you, I don't worry too much about cross contamination, but I do clean off my tool just on a paper towel,
Okay.
and then it gets a lot of the excess off, and then you can just dip into another color. And you can wash these, and they do, you can buy like different shape tips. So this is a square one. This is like more of a round one. There's a pointy one, and you can change them. So you have different like tip covers.
Okay.
That, so it gets kind of, once it gets kind of crusty, like getting like this one, it's got lots of pieces missing. I should replace that one. Same with this one, but I don't know. On the gel plate, it doesn't seem to matter as much. I know Dee Dee uses her pan pastels a lot with coloring books. Now, the other thing is whatever you put down first is what you see. So if I turn this over, when I pick this up, this is what it's going to look like. So I could put a color behind there, and it might look different on this side, but depending on the color, it won't really. So I could put this pink over top, and oh, it looks different, right? But when I turn it around, it might not look as different. Can you see there? Like it still looks purple, because purple's the first one that I put down. If that makes sense. So even though you can blend it, what you're seeing here, blending doesn't really make a difference. It's what's blended on the first layer.
Okay. Oh.
And then I'm going to leave a gap here for the paint to show through. I'm going to skip over. So Christine says she forgets to turn off her camera. Oh, if you did a live, well, when you do a live, your camera's on, so you can't forget to turn it on because it's already on. And then you don't have to edit. So in some ways, doing a live is easier. I'm actually editing a video right now. I did a, after my live stream Wednesday, I added, like I kind of finished my page off, not live, like, but I recorded it. So I'm trying to edit that, and then hopefully I'll show that. Okay, screen. I'll show that maybe tomorrow. Did the pan pastels blend out nicely? They do blend out, like you can, on paper especially. They're harder to blend on the plate because like I said, like what you put down is kind of what you see. But if you have a piece of paper, here's a piece of paper, you can put a color and see how pigment, like it's just so pigmented. If you want to see someone blend pan pastels, check out Dee Dee Willingham. So see how that just blends beautifully.
Who
But now
streams
this
every Monday and Wednesday, mind you.
Every Monday, Wednesday in the morning. Now, when this isn't, because this is just on paper, it's not fixed. Like if I put my finger on it, I just pick up a bunch of pan pastel, right? So you'd have to spray fixative that, which is one reason why I like pan pastels on the gel plate. And I'm going to put pink here. All right, this is ready to pull. So, and because it's a dry medium, I don't have to wait for the pan pastel to dry, right? It's already dry. So if you want to check your coverage, you can, if you have it on an acrylic plate, you could turn it over and I can see. So here is where I didn't put any pan pastel. And then there's some areas here where it's showing through, but I don't mind that sometimes because I like seeing the pull paint color through.
I don't have an acrylic plate. I need to get one for my 12 by 14.
Well, that's a big size. I don't have one for my big plate, but this is just like one of those signs from Staples. It's like a sign that you would like screw into the wall. So it's actually got two, you put the paper in there. So I could put a paper in to kind of like have white showing.
Okay.
But I did find a big acrylic piece at the thrift store or Staples, no, Michael's or something, but I have to cut it down.
Okay,
So,
because I always put down a fresh, clean piece of, I use the desk calendars from the year
mm-hmm.
before. They throw them away at work and I dig them out of the trash. And that's my background. So I lay this down and make sure there's nothing down. But that doesn't always work. I have some nicks down there, so I'll have to buy a new plate eventually. Or just use this one side.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick this up with the PBO violet blue.
All right.
Because why not? Why not?
I'm going to put a color down and then let it dry.
So you started just with the pan pastel? You didn't put acrylic first?
I did put acrylic first and then I pulled it.
Is that the gold?
No, it's patina.
Oh, right. I keep looking. I'm looking at this. You know what my thing is? I'm looking at the smaller rectangle. I keep forgetting you're using a big plate.
What color? They're in for a treat because I don't normally use color. I use browns.
Ooh. Hello, April.
Hello, April. Hello, Wendy.
Is Papered Rooster, is that Wendy?
Yes.
Hello, Wendy.
And then if there's a lot of Wendy's in, she's Rooster.
Oh, okay. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
She gets downsized to Rooster. So Wendy and I have met on here, and we have been friends for 3 years now.
I don't know how long I've known Dar and Christine, Cat and Paste. Dar, I mean, gosh, I think I've known Dar since I started going to Dee Dee's in like 2018, 19. And I was just starting my mixed media journal, not journal, journey. And Dee Dee was doing a napkin journal. And I think I commented, I don't have any napkins. And Dar's like, oh, I'll send you some. So she sent me a bunch of napkins. I still have some to this, excuse me, to this day.
Oh, I was going to say, if anyone needs napkins, I have a whole box.
Even this morning, I went to the grocery store and I see this whole, like this tray of this thing of napkins. I'm like, oh, those are nice. And I'm like, no, I don't need any more napkins.
Yeah, It's like one of those things that you can use that is not really expensive. So you just kind of, for me anyway, I was like, oh, I can use this and this.
So this one I don't have on an acrylic tray. And the reason mine is so yellow is because I use alcohol inks a lot, and alcohol inks make your plate go yellow. Regardless of what color of alcohol ink you use, it'll turn your plate yellow. And it still works. It doesn't affect the performance.
Okay.
All right. Should we do like a rainbow here, people? On those stripes? Roy G. Biv? Roy G. Biv.
Debbie says mixed media scavenging is an impulsive obsession. And
yes.
I would agree 100%.
Totally, Debbie. And one of my alcohol ink idols is Debbie Epps. I don't know if you use your alcohol inks much now, but you used to do these big paintings with your alcohol inks. Just gorgeous.
Debbie is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see everyone talking about the collage books, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stick with my Debbie books.
Yes.
And you can get them online. So you can.
So Debbie sold all her alcohol inks. Is it just the smell? Were you just done? They are a bit smelly.
Yes, Adrian, I got a container. And Adria, we still have to swap. We have to go through and trade ours out. The smell.
Yeah, you have to be well ventilated. Yeah. It is smelly. And it can give you a bit of a headache too if you're not well ventilated.
She did a D-stash sell, and I thought I was going to pass out when she said the price. I was like, all? Can I have all?
Yeah. Well, my problem with online sales is the whole, well, conversion to Canadian and then the shipping. Like it's just, so I try not to go to things like that because then I'm not tempted.
Yes.
So here, I'm just lifting this up so I can see where I missed. So like when I just look straight down, the orange looks pretty good, but if I pull it up a bit, I can see where I missed here. And I don't have to fill it in, but I'm going to. It depends what look you're going through for. Like if you want it kind of grungy and the pickup color to show, then don't worry about it. Roy, red, orange, yellow, G, green.
So Debbie is now dyeing papers, and they are amazing.
Oh.
And that's where I got all of these stencils. It's from Debbie.
Oh, from her D-stash?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
And we're going to do a giveaway today, and she made these cards, and that's what they're going to go out in.
Oh.
So, Debbie, I'm going to buy more of your cards.
So I could do this Roy G. Biv thing. I could do it with acrylic paint, but then you'll see the brush strokes and you have to wait for it to dry. Just the pan pastels are so creamy and nice, right? Okay, Roy G. Biv, B, blue. I'm gonna use a turquoise blue.
So do you wash your stencils, or are you a non-washer?
I'm typically a non-washer, but it depends. Like on Wednesday, I really mucked up my stencils. I was combining alcohol inks with acrylic, and sometimes they react together. Sometimes they don't, but they totally reacted, so I had to clean my stencils. But typically I won't, unless it's with acrylic, I'll just leave it. But if it's something that might come off later, then I'll, like if I use it like with the water soluble medium, then I'll clean them. Or alcohol ink, I'll just kind of spray it with alcohol and then I'll flip it down, kind of do like a flop off. Purple next? No, I'm going to do indigo. So blue, indigo, violet. But I'm going to do light blue and I'm going to do dark blue. And then I'm going to do indigo. Well, actually, I'm going to do this blue next. I'm going to make it a little bit an extended rainbow.
Thank you, Tina. We're learning new things. Let's see. Dee Dee has inspired me with that darn castle book.
Oh, yes.
How many people bought the castle book? I ordered it and it came in this week, and my husband's like, "What are you doing with that?"
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "It's all Dee Dee's fault."
That's right.
He was like, "You have Frank Lloyd Wright books in there you can use." I said, "I'm going to, but I needed the castle too."
Yeah. Jane Literick is she's often at Dee Dee's, and she has a YouTube channel, and she showed she did altered books like Dee Dee does, like a Bruce collage, and I've done some too, which I've done a video with a flip through of mine, but Jane showed her flip through, and she used rock icons. So one is with
Oh,
rock icons, and then she had another one. It was like buildings, New York architecture.
yes.
So you can do whatever. Like you know, you do like Dee Dee says, do what topic interests you. Like she likes abandoned places. She likes ancient history. So I have one that is, it's not an abandoned series, but it's ancient civilization type thing.
Okay. I enjoy the castle a lot and the chess pieces.
Oh yeah.
So that will definitely Cheryl, it is a book. I will share it with you tonight. It's abandoned castles, and then you kind of collage and create your own thing. Like Dee Dee does space in a lot of her things. I'm not a space person, so mine won't be space.
I love space and ancient stuff, and it's funny. So for the
Yep.
faces, I'm actually gonna colorize them. I'm gonna use a little bit of like dull, kind of like circly cheeks with the pink, with the magenta, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use like a flesh colored pan pastel. But you don't have to keep your people color, right? You can do whatever colors you want. I think I'll do her lips too, a little bit, just a hint of a lip. So for my flesh color, I'm going to use, I'm lifting it over my head so I can read it, because if you turn it upside down, all this stuff comes out. Burnt Sienna Tint, this one. Whoop. I had a bit of fallout there. And Dee Dee explains when she uses her pan pastels for coloring, she's like, just be careful if you're blowing that you're not spitting, because it changes the color. Changes the color of the pan pastel. So here I've got some crumblies. I'm going to have to just kind of wipe them off.
So while mine are drying, so on my lives, I let everyone go in and post their things. So I'm giving you all a dress because you may have events going on or coming up, and we won't know about them if we don't share.
So April, I'm using the soft tools that you buy, or that come, if you buy a kit, it comes with the soft tools. So I'm using, this is, it's kind of, it looks like a makeup applicator, like that's a makeup applicator, but this is a soft tool. And it's a special density foam to use with the pan pastels. Can you use regular makeup things like applicators? Yes, but it won't be as effective. Although on the gel plate, I'm not convinced that it makes a huge difference personally, but I still use them. So here I'm going a little bit out of the opening, and I'm hoping that the black is going to cover that. But if you can see, I've got some little dregs here, so I'm going to just kind of blow that, or you can use like a soft brush, but I'm just going to go off camera here and just blow it with my lips. So there, so I blew off the little crumbly bits.
Okay, I think I got everyone as moderators, so you guys are good to share out any information that you would like. Your channels.
I'm going to use a stencil on the bottom to give a bit more of a pattern. So I'm just looking for which one calls to me. Ooh, I think this one would be good because it kind of has like rainbow theme. So this is another Kim Artist Studio stencils, Arch Deco.
Oh yes,
So
I started my list of stencils from PM Artist Studios, and wow, my list is way long.
Me too.
So I started with Yolanda.
Well, I appreciate that. So I'm not going to take the time to make these as detailed as my stripes up there. I'm just going to kind of, well, I guess I can do the red. I could do the Roy G. Biv. Sure, we'll do Roy G. Biv. But I'm doing it opposite order so that it's red inside and then going to the indigo on the outside. So Debbie's having another D-stash sale.
She is.
Debbie, what do you charge for international shipping? That's what I need to know.
I will give her a little trick that I learned. We can't talk about it here, but we'll talk about it behind the scenes.
Ah.
Helps with some fees.
So it is a bit tedious to color in with the pan pastel, as you noticed. So if you're just doing it on your own, you're not like streaming, it can be super relaxing. You just kind of get lost in the coloring aspect of it.
Tina, her next sale is next Saturday, so I won't be doing a live because I will be modding for Debbie. And when I say she's destashing, she is destashing.
Wow. How come you're destashing so much, Debbie? I know you're retired. Are you like moving? Are you going to be traveling? Or are you just tired of having that stuff around?
Hello, Rosemary.
Hey, Rosemary. Long time no see. Just saw you, I think was it yesterday? Can't remember. We're playing with pan pastels on the jelly plate. Okay, so you're downsizing. Gotcha. That must feel good though. I like lightening the load. I did a few, I don't know if you've heard of Con Marie. I haven't done it with my art supplies yet, but I've done it with like when the kids got older and they had all these toys and just, you know, just downsizing in general.
Yes. So when you first come into doing a new craft, you think you have to have everything. So you're constantly buying all this stuff. And we are destashing all the time because I couldn't even get into my craft room.
Yeah, we downsized our house, but I got a bigger craft room, so I didn't have to destash anything. I was very lucky. All the areas got smaller, except my craft room got bigger. Now, that being said, I had different things in like 2, 3 locations, so all that had to go into one location. Oh, and I didn't mention, you can actually blend colors on your, they have these bigger soft sponges that Dee Dee uses like a palette. So let's say I want this purple, but I don't want it so dark, I can add magenta to it, and I can blend it on here, and then that way you get like a new color.
Oh.
Especially on the gel plate, because like I said, it's hard to blend on the gel plate because whatever hits the gel plate first is what's going to really show. So that's a little trick.
She makes everything look so easy.
So Judy says she got a craft room when she moved 3 years ago. Before that, it was the kitchen table. Yeah, isn't it nice not to have to put everything away all the time? It's just so much more freeing.
Hello, Lori B.
Hi, Lori B. And I did do a room tour of my new art room. It's a video.
That. Yes.
So this is almost ready to pull.
I just did a first pull. Like it.
Oh, good. Use gold to pull? Or is it?
It's bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah, that's my go-to. The grungy girl coming out. I can't. So there's my pan pastel colors.
Nice. I like the greens with the blues with the bronze. That's awesome. I think I missed a couple spots. Just gonna turn it over before I take my stencil off.
Coloring with a View. Did I say hello when you came in? If not, hello and welcome.
Oh, hi, View. So View just started doing she does a lot of coloring in mixed media stuff. She just did her first reverse collage Dee style. So we were just talking about reverse collage with Dee View. So check out her channel because she used a Star Wars book. So we talked about like using things that interest you. So she used a Star Wars book, and it was awesome.
My son.
All right, so that's ready to pull. So the pan pastels they're kind of opaque, but not fully opaque. So the color you use to pick it up will affect it a little bit sometimes, but not always. Let's pull this one just to see what I mean. So this one, remember, I used the pink, I used the PBO iridescent blue violet. So see the orange, normally you would think, oh, that's going to make it brown, but because the pan pastels are somewhat opaque, the orange still shows as orange. Even though the pull color was this pink color.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't really go orange. It would be like a pinky orange. That's not a good example. Maybe that's why I chose that color. So you can see the pink color underneath. So I like pulling with iridescent colors because the pan pastels that I used are all matte, flat colors. So it kind of gives like a cool, like peekaboo effect. So here we have like the circles from that bath mat, and then we have the waves from the fun foam.
Wow. Very nice.
So you could use that, I don't know, like in a junk journal, because I did 2 patterns. You could fold it in half, right? So you'd have like different patterns there. Or
oh, it does, Dar. It looks like fireworks on the top.
Oh, does it? Oh yeah, that little fan pattern. That's just from this gift bag.
Huh.
But the gold, I have to say, the gold pan pastel and the copper it is stunning. This gold and this copper.
Okay.
They're very nice. Very nice. And here you can see there's a bit of pan pastel left behind, right?
Yes.
So you could either use your baby oil to clean that off, or you can do like a ghost print. So I'm just going to use a white to do a ghost print of that, just to show you. Thanks, Christine.
Coloring with a View. I just got my castle book in this week, and there was another one that I seen after I checked out. Of course, they give you the one. They send more stuff to your front page, and it's abandoned malls.
Ooh, abandoned malls from the 80s.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that, because our malls here are going to living spots. So they're turning them into apartments with restaurants and shopping and things on the bottom floor.
Oh, okay. All right, so let that sit. So that's going to just be very light. It's going to be very subtle. I don't know if you can see that, but we'll let that dry and then we'll pull it. All right, so this one, I think I'm going to use the metallic white. That's one of my favorite pull colors.
Is the metallic white?
This Artist Loft metallic white. Super cheap. Oh. Well, I don't know about super cheap, but pretty cheap. Here, I'll back up just a little bit. Or is it because I have my...
So now to do your ghost prints, did you, you're just going to let that plate dry with the white on?
Yeah, and I put a piece of paper. Yeah.
Okay.
So I did a pickup with white. I need to change my roll-off paper because it's getting kind of crusty. It's making my brayer not very smooth. So Dee Dee Willingham, Cheryl, does amazing. She does lots of different things, but one of the things she does is what she calls it reverse collage. So she takes like a book, and then she paints out things and adds things. And so here, I'll just pull my. I don't use the abandoned books, but this is mine that I do. That I use Unforgettable Ancient Sites. So let's see. So that's an example of a reverse collage. I'll have to zoom out a bit. Oh no, I guess it's not bad. So I added this fish, but this room was here and these pillars were here and this was here. So then I collaged in like these guppies, this big fish, and these little fish, and then these are jelly print planets that I put in. And then she'll paint out areas. So like she likes to use space. So this is painted out black, and then splatters, and I painted the blue part here, and then did like some swirly bits. And then if you use craft paint, which is matte, use matte craft paint for this. Two things, it doesn't stick together as much, and also you can use colored pencils over top to add to it. So there's like colored pencils with the craft paint. And then this one, and then I got like a little galaxy that I painted in the fish eye. And then this is shiny because then she'll use like a Deco Art varnish. It's like a water soluble varnish. So that's an example. I have a whole flip through of the ones I've done in this book, and I'm getting in the mood to do more. So
yay.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to do one live because they take me. Dee Dee does one like within a string. I mean, that one probably took me 2 weeks to do.
Dee Dee makes everything look so easy.
Yeah. So Dar put in Dee Dee's reverse collage playlist. So when I first found Dee Dee, I went on a huge binge watching her reverse collage playlist. Like I probably watched like 8 hours a day for like a few days.
Yes. Like I started going, ooh, I need this. And I started doing Janet shopping.
Yes.
So I have all this stuff in my Amazon cart. And my husband's like, you are banned from these women.
So here's the first ghost print. So
Ooh.
there's still quite a bit of color on there. Like on the plate, it doesn't look that much, but when you pull it, you've got quite a bit. And I know Cheryl was talking about she does doodles and thinking about getting pan pastels for her doodles. So if you use the jelly plate, then it's sealed down. Like if you use pan pastels right on paper, like I showed you, it comes off on your finger, right? You'd have to seal it. But if you did a pull, then you could use Posca pens or paint pens, and then you could because it's acrylic, I wouldn't use I wouldn't use a pen like a pen that's gonna get damaged from the acrylic paint. But you could use, I'm looking for a black Posca paint pen. You could use a paint pen, and then you could just doodle. You could do your doodles on top of this, right? So maybe I have like a fish coming out.
Judy, you and Wendy will adore watching Dee Dee. She's very educational
And
in
very
a fun way. And then
she's the best.
On Mondays, then I go and I watch Janet Young, who is right up my alley. She's very snarky. And I love her. Sweet woman. And then
Janet's super fun.
She is. I just love the snark because my followers, they get the snark all the time.
Now I have to say, she calls me bossy butt, but I'm really not that bossy. I think it was like she was asking someone like, what should I do here? And I said, oh, you should do this. And then she did it, and then she started calling me bossy butt. So my nickname of bossy butt is, not that well earned.
I would agree because Devon is not bossy at all.
But it's fun. I don't care. It's funny. So
yes.
Yeah, so you can doodle on top of your ghost prints. Right? It's like,
okay.
Yeah, that's an idea. I was going to show you, I don't know if I have it, some examples of how many ghost prints you can get. I did this, I traced a coloring page, and then I used pan pastels to colorize it, and then I was able to get like so many ghost prints. I don't know where I put those.
Judy, you will not be disappointed. So I actually followed Devon to Dee Dee. I met Devon first. So she is on Wednesdays. At what time?
I'm now on at 3 Eastern.
Okay. Because I catch her like the very end when I'm coming home from work. Like, dang it. But I always sneak in. They always get my support while I'm at work. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I do pop in and give them hi, thumbs up, say hi to everyone in the chat, and then I'm in and out.
And I try to say hello to everybody that comes into my chat, but I do miss people sometimes, and I apologize. It's never on purpose. It's never because I don't want to say hi. It's just my eyes and my brain can only do so much. I can't find that coloring page one I'm thinking of.
So Tina, you need to subscribe to Janet because you like my snarkiness, sassiness, as I call it. Shocking. That was the first page I did on my scavenger hunt. That was
you did the snark? Snark was first? That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't find that coloring.
I'll show you.
Dee sent me a coloring book page because she thought I could transfer it, but I couldn't transfer it, so I traced it with Posca pens, and then I used stencils to decorate around it and pan pastels to colorize it, And then I was able to get several prints of the same lady, but I don't know where, I can't find it. But there is a playlist. All right, so here's this one. I think Linda went to get her scavenger hunt book. So
Okay,
here's this
so
one.
Do not laugh when you see the scavenger book. I did one prompt per page.
Oh yeah?
So this is the scavenger book.
So I'm going to see it while people see it, because like I said, I'm going to look on the YouTube stream because then it's bigger. Okay. So is that, what did you use, like a composition book? That's what I did.
did.
Yeah, me too.
I did. So each page layout is, this is jelly prints, and I numbered them in the corner. So my initials, the hot buns of steel. Baby's got back.
Oh my goodness.
I had fun with that one too. That's so
you
neat.
Have to has Janet seen your buns of steel one?
She has not.
You should, if you don't want to post it, you could take a picture and send it to her. You're on Instagram, right?
Yes, I don't get on there very often, but
yeah, just send it to her, because she doesn't really do Facebook. But if you message her and send it to her on Instagram,
okay,
she would love to see that.
So like and these were my Pictionary from her, so it's just Pictionary. It wasn't my fib art or something given to you. And then of course that's my animal. That is my yearbook page. Louisa Heinzel digital.
Okay.
Where is... There's my animal. This is Debbie Epps collage books. So I have a peep and I have a shat.
A shat? I haven't done my hybrid animal yet.
Yeah, I did a sheep with a cat. So.
Cool. I think I'm going to do a cat with a dolphin, because favorite animal, hybrid animal, and I'm doing cat theme for my book. So I'm going to do like a cat with the dolphin body. That's my plan.
I did the fairy, but the fairy didn't carry all the way through.
That's okay. There's no rules.
There's snark. Oh, some of it might be very offensive, but that's
we're not easily offended. Well, I'm not.
So it's the little fairies.
Those are cute.
I loved it.
Try me. Whatever.
That's what I used to always tell my son. I'm like, keep it up. You're trying me, and I dare you to continue. So that's, oh, and here's my build it, they will come as my quote. With the Villain Land to Disney's new expansion.
What's their new expansion?
It's the Disney Villain Land. So they're going to have all the villains in one spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's, and then this is the All About Me page. I just started listing things about me. So my circus. So we just did, there's my looking through a keyhole.
And do you do that on camera, or do you do that just on your free time?
And just on my free time. So that's where.
Oh, page of circles. I like that. Sorry, I'm behind.
Yeah. So this was some more stuff that Janet sent me, and that's my fib art page.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I'm going to go back in and fill in all of the blank pages with different things. And I love bugs. People that know me, I love bugs.
Do you?
Yes.
Janet pretends that she's mean, but she's not. She's a sweetheart.
And this was put a photo in it. So I have my dad, who's my biggest angel now, my husband, and my son.
Aw.
When he was little and innocent of all things.
Oh, yes.
So that's a little bit. I had to show you my snark. All right, let's go back and watch. Thank you, Christine. I definitely I don't take things very serious at all or get
Me either.
offended. So sometimes, like, I've made people angry, and they're kind of like trying to tell me, and I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal, because I don't know. You have to like come out and say, hey, this offended me, because I don't get offended.
Yeah, I don't get offended either. And
so is it hard when somebody like tells you that you've offended them? I'm always like, okay, I don't know. What am I supposed to do with that?
I try to keep it fairly clean, but sometimes, you know.
Hello, Diane.
I'm probably more offensive when I'm in chat than when I'm live. I'm more careful when I'm live of what I say, I think.
Okay.
I'm more risque when I'm like in chat, I think. Hi,
I do see that.
Sorry?
I do see that.
Oh, that you see me in chat?
Yes, I think you are more, I was going to say loose, but
yeah, I'm more loose.
Probably
definitely.
not the right word. She has shown us how to do this, Diane, so you'll have to go back and watch.
What time do you usually stream till?
Just until we are done. So the first 2 Saturdays, Sean and I, we do live sales, and then we craft and chat the rest of the Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other Sunday, I stream with Casey.
Oh, okay.
Street.
Because I've caught you definitely your Sundays and your Saturdays. I probably haven't been to live sales. Like I said, I try to avoid those.
Yes.
Due to shipping and exchange rates and stuff. Judy just said, don't come to Sunday morning craft and chat if you're easily offended. So I have been to Sunday morning craft and chat, so they're fun. I'm going to look for that colored page again. It's got to be somewhere. I'm just going to be over here.
Okay.
So what do you think of the pan pastels? Pretty easy, hey?
They are. They are easier than, you know, when you are first learning things, it's kind of intimidating, but I love it.
And then when I come back to the screen, I'll show how I clean with the baby oil.
Okay.
Oh, I found it. Well, I found the ghost prints. I don't have the original though.
Yeah, our Sunday mornings, depending on the flow, anything's fair game, and it comes up, and we have it disclaimered that if you're under 18, this isn't the place
right
for you. It's a just be yourself kind of chat. And poor Rosemary, she came on and we did a Friday night craft and chat, and oh my goodness, was it it was very risque.
Yeah, Rosemary gets pretty spicy, especially with Susan. It was Susan there?
No.
Oh.
So she came in, and Erin, Vanessa, myself, we were crafting and chatting while Erin was making these corns. Just corn on the cob, but the way she was doing it.
Okay.
Yes. So that was quite entertainment. And I was like, oh, poor Rosemary. She's never going to come back.
Oh, Rosemary can take it. Rosemary, are you still in chat? I'm not looking at the screen right now. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. All right, I got to organize my prints better. Oh, okay, where did I put the where did I put the one I found? I found it and then I lost it. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, so this one was the original. So I had the gel plate over top of the coloring image. So I traced it with Posca pen. And then I used pan pastels to color it in on the gel plate. And I added like stamps. I don't remember if that was, oh, black and black. And then I colored those in with pan pastels. And then some of the doodles are done after. Or no, maybe they're done on a gel plate. I don't know. You could check alive. So that's the first print.
Wow.
And then this is the first ghost print. So the Posca was all picked up, but the pan pastel was still there. So then I added, after I pulled it, I added like colored pencils and stuff to fill in the lines.
Okay.
Okay, so those are the first two prints. And then I kept going to see how many ones I could pull off. So that's the third. That's the fourth. That's the seventh. That's the fifth. That's the fourth. I guess I don't have them in order, but you can see like there's tons of pigment left on your plate. And I used different medias to pick them up. And I wrote in the bottom like what I used, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that, you know, you can use so I could use colored pencils and I could like draw her out again on this. This is the third ghost print. So I could have like 3 images from the same session.
Wow. I like the first one, but I think my favorite is the second one.
Well, this one I did add a lot of colored pencil detail and stuff. This one was on like a linen finish, so it was a little bit harder to get a smoothness to it because of the paper has like a linen finish. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. But yeah, this one's softer. Softer. It's my Boston accent. But I could easily, like, you know, do what I did with the second one. I could do it this one. But I only have so much attention span before I get tired or something. So this I added a sticker in this one to finish it up. So see how like so the pan pastel, so I can like rub on it and it doesn't really smudge too much, right? Maybe a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay. And Cheryl said she liked the third pull, number 3, the best.
Oh yeah, just as is? You don't think it's too ghostly? Personally, I would add details to it. But where the Posca was is white, right? Because the Posca got picked up. but the pan pastel was not, it's hard to say, with like pan pastel was in between where the Posca was or where the black paint was. So once the Posca got picked up, now that's a white line. All right, let's see your stuff there. I can't see you now.
Okay. I was just cleaning off my plate. But this is like when I get in the zone and I just start filling spots on papers. I find this like relaxing.
Sort of like a masterboard style almost.
Yes. And then you've got postcards, you've got cards that, because I pull them on 110. It's not heavy cardstock, but it's a 110 like printer cardstock.
Okay.
So that's what I pull my prints on.
I pull a lot of my prints now with the Hammer Mill 32 pound. I learned about it from PM Artist Studio, and it's really nice.
Oh,
it's,
the 32 pound?
32 pound premium color copy Hammer Mill.
Okay.
And it's a bit thicker than regular copy paper.
Yeah.
So if you're collaging, it's maybe not ideal, but it's pretty sturdy, but not so thick. And it's got a really soft, smooth finish.
All right. Well, I bet that's cheaper than this 110.
I don't know. It might not be. It was a good price. I'll just say that.
The things we do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this was my ghost print. One of them.
Okay.
This was the original.
Wait. Okay, that's a ghost print. Okay, sorry, I'm looking behind. The orange one is the ghost print. I like it.
So this was the original pool.
I love it. I love those blues with that copper. Is it copper you said? Brass? What'd you call it?
Bronze.
Bronze. That looked great.
So I get that at Walmart. They were out. I normally buy it in the big bottle because that's my go-to color.
Oh, that's nice. I just bought one of their metallics at Walmart. Was it, which one can you show me that again? Is it the Deco Art?
Folk Art.
Oh, okay. I just bought these two, but I haven't used them yet.
Oh, I have those too. Metallics are my favorite.
I like them combined with mattes. I like combining the shiny with the matte. Nice.
So my palette is normally the greens and the teals with browns and metallic. And my favorite color is Mars Orange.
Oh, okay.
It's the rusty color.
I love all colors. Orange with that turquoise blue is always stunning. Yeah.
Because I was looking for the color that everybody talks about with golden. It's 4 names: nickel, azo, gold, quinacridone. Is that how you pronounce it?
The golden one? Quinacridone, nickel, azo, gold?
Yes, and I can't find it anywhere.
Well, they discontinued it. They don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The red iron oxide, I think it's transparent red iron oxide is similar. And then there's like some formula to mimic that color that Golden put out on their website. I think they couldn't get some of the pigments.
Okay.
So it's discontinued. So I bought like a slightly larger one to see me through the next couple of years.
All right. That would be why I did find one bottle, and it was like 32 ounces, and they went at $500. And I was like, what? That's a misprint. Maybe not. I was like, I'm not paying $500 for paint.
No. Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that if I was a true artist.
So should I do another poll, or did you want to do your giveaway now, or?
Oh, we could do another poll and then.
Okay. Oh, I was going to show how to clean off the plate. Let me do that. It's very simple. I'm going to clean both off. Even though there's lots of color on here, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it off.
Okay.
So I just use my baby oil. I just kind of put some on liberally. I just spread it out. This one I probably should have pulled some of these colored sections, but for time's sake, we'll just do this. So just kind of give it a good rub with my hand. And then I use a baby wipe. I know some people are opposed to baby wipes. I'm sorry, but I use a baby wipe. And then you have to rub pretty hard. Rub and kind of rotate. And then sometimes you have to do this more than once.
Okay.
So you can see that's coming off, right?
So do you like the baby wipes because they're like already pre-moistened, or?
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't have to use baby wipes. And Dee Dee uses baby wipes, so that's where I got my addiction to baby wipes. I blame Dee Dee. Hashtag it's Dee Dee's fault.
See, that's what we're going with today. No golden direct replacement, but transparent red iron oxide and nickel azo gold will give you a glowing orange too. Okay.
Yes. The red, transparent red iron oxide. I think I'm going to buy that one next.
I think I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. Because I do love that color. I'm like, oh,
it's a beautiful color.
That's up my alley. And then I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was about a year ago they discontinued it.
Oh, so that's when I first got into doing it.
Sorry, Christine said nickel azo yellow, not gold.
Okay.
Because the one that's discontinued is the nickel azo gold is discontinued, but they still make the yellow one apparently.
Cheryl said I will add hashtag I blame Dee Dee to all of my videos.
Yes. And then the baby oil conditions your plate also.
I was going to ask you if that's what you use to condition, and how often do you condition your plate?
I don't really have a set schedule. I just kind of, if it's feeling kind of dry, then I'll condition it. But typically with all the different products I use and I end up cleaning it off with baby oil, they just sort of tend to get kind of conditioned as I go. I don't really have a schedule.
I think I've only conditioned mine twice. And I have a mineral oil. I do have baby oil, and then I also have Murphy's oil.
I don't know if I would use that. That's not really that's more of a soap.
Okay.
I think you probably can use it on your gel plate. I use that on stencils. But I use baby oil for here, and I know Patricia and Mariah from P-Mart Studio, they use like a food grade mineral oil, like the type you use to like condition a cutting board.
Yes.
So I have bought some of that, but I haven't used it yet. I thought I'll just wait till I run out of baby oil. I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee here.
One of my friends, Erin, she made her own jelly plate. So once we get our studio set up, because my husband's making us workstations,
Oh,
we're going to lay down a new floor, and then he's building a U-shaped desk that's going to go in this entire room.
cool.
So we're boxing things up. I can't find things anywhere.
Oh no. So I had a couple spots where I still had some pastel. So does anybody in chat have any requests or any questions or whatever? Anything? You guys bored? Are you guys doing okay?
Oh, Diane said she has a corner on her plate that is gooey and it's annoying.
Oh, gooey. Wow, I've never heard of it being gooey. I wonder why. Do you know what went on it that made it gooey, Diane?
Soft and sticky.
Soft and sticky. Sounds like dessert.
I was going to say, thank goodness it's not Sunday morning.
Let's see. Maybe I'll use a stencil. Stencil.
Okay, so what is the background with? Is that how Dee Dee's always pronounced those, or because sometimes she says pencil.
Pencil.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just kind of happened.
Because the first time she said that, I'm like, what did she just say? Right, let's see. This is my favorite stencil. And I did order this one too.
Oh, this one?
Yes, I got the stamp. I got that one. I got O's, and I got another one of yours.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy them when you get them. They're not that you don't have them yet, right?
I don't. I just ordered them this week.
Cool.
Like Friday.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to use I think I'll use the gold and the copper, and we'll pull this with like a brown, since you like those colors.
So you did not do a paint under that, correct?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But you can.
Try.
You can do different, there's lots of options. Gold. So Saturdays, is that you usually have a guest on Saturdays, or what do you?
Yes, anytime I go live, anyone is always welcome. So if you ever want to try being live, so we just kind of go with it. And I was like, I love Yolanda, so I want to see if she'll come on and show me how to do this.
Well, I hope you're finding it helpful. It's not hard.
I am.
Do you have any questions for me about the gel plate or pan pastels or whatever? Did I answer?
Yes, you've covered everything.
Dee Dee, one thing about Dee Dee is, it all comes back to Dee Dee, is she's so good at re-explaining things to people. Like she says she's not a teacher, but she's a very good teacher. And she's always willing to like go back to basics. And I kind of forget to go back to basics sometimes.
Well, going
I'm gonna use,
back sometimes is hard. Okay.
yeah, she's always willing to like explain things. So I'm gonna do just a light, not full coat of this turquoise. I forgot the gold there. And then I'm gonna use the copper to fill it in so that it's kind of sort of mottled. So I'm not going for full coverage with this turquoise.
Yes, Diane, we just kind of all pile in. Yeah. You don't have to be invited. You just have to say, hey, can you send me the link? And I send you the link and you come on.
Yes. I've seen your piles.
The never-ending piles. And
Yes,
someone was like, do you have like the same people on all the time? I was like, I will have different people on all the time.
now, do you want me to combine like teal with this turquoise, or do you want me to go ahead and do my copper plan?
Oh, you do your copper plan.
Okay. Because I'm not saying, but this one might find its way to your doorstep.
And how fitting, because I have blue eyes.
Oh, so do I. Okay, I need to, I missed the gold in a couple spots. Here.
So I have a tattoo of a gorilla on my leg, and he has blue eyes.
And why? Why a gorilla?
That is my animal. So when before I had children, I had issues having children. So Sean and I adopted a gorilla.
Oh.
And we would send money over and
Like at a zoo or
to
at
Africa.
a reserve? Nice.
Mm-hmm. Which this reserve, they rescue gorillas that have been injured or mothers have been killed. And then they rehabilitate the babies and send them back out.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really a cheap vacation. However, crime rate there, they don't like Americans.
Oh, okay.
So my husband's like, I am not going over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be a trip I will have to take by myself and know the risk and be ready.
Yeah, important to be safe, to be, you know.
Yes. So I don't know. I learned about them when I was in high school, grade school, back in the day, and they were endangered and how they were being mistreated and misunderstood, and that became my animal.
Oh, nice. They're so smart. I was watching a thing about, I don't remember her name, but the gorilla that learned sign language and how they thought that gorillas couldn't really do that, like chimpanzees had, but they didn't think gorillas would be able to. And she had like a pet kitten.
Coco.
Coco, yes.
Yes.
She had a pet kitten and just so sweet. Because she was sick and her mother rejected her. So that's why they ended up hand raising her.
Yes, she is. And then did you hear about the little kid that fell into the gorilla enclosure?
Yes. And then they shot the gorilla. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, he's not hurting the child.
Yeah.
He is protecting the child. But
yeah, it's sad.
I know. I'm like, you work at the zoo. Don't you know the animals that you work with? So I literally cried that day when they shot the gorilla.
Yeah. Well, I have a funny story about gorillas.
Okay.
So when I was, I don't know, 9 or 8 or something, and I don't know if you remember the time when there was a lot of what do you call it? Not terrorists, but militia or groups, not terrorists, but anyhow. And on the news, they said that these gorillas had taken people hostage, but it was like gorillas, like
Oh,
mercenary gorillas. And I said,
yes.
as if a gorilla would do that. And everybody laughed at me, and I was just mortified. I was so mad that they were laughing at me. So
Yeah.
yesterday, I was showing my husband this video of, like dog agility. They
Yes.
had these dogs that had been rescue dogs, and they had learned agility. So they weren't really super good at it. It was more cute how they would like run around and stuff, right? And I showed my husband, I said, look, there's this rescue dog, like agility thing. It's so fun. And I showed it to him. He goes, and there's like this little dog. And he goes, who could that dog rescue? And I said, it's not a dog, it's a rescued dog, not a rescue dog.
Oh.
And it reminded me of the whole gorilla thing when I was 8 or whatever, how old I was. So funny how things come full circle. So I'm adding a bit of the bronze to the gold parts just to make sure it's like full, because I want the brown to, fill up the spaces. So I don't know, I'm considering putting a color here so that where the Yupo is brown, but not in the space. What do you think? Do you think I should fill in the spaces with a different color? Like maybe a green? Yeah, maybe
Oh,
the gorillas captured gorillas. Maybe.
a
Let's
green
go
would
look
be
at it.
pretty.
Okay, we'll do green. And then I can see that I did miss some areas in here, but I'm not going to worry about that. We'll let that be brown. So let's do green. Permanent green or
Cheryl, it's a
maybe
date. We're going.
green oxide. This green.
Diane said emerald would look great.
Emerald? Okay. Well, I got this permanent green and chromium oxide green. So I don't have all the pan pastel colors because they're not inexpensive.
They are not.
They are not inexpensive, but they last a long time. They're not inexpensive, but they're very good value, really, if you cost average like how far they go. I think.
So our pan pastels, are they the same as chalk pastels? Is that what?
I would say no. Christine in chat, Cat and Paste, she's an actual artist, so she could probably answer that better. Chalk pastels are there's different hardnesses of them. Pan pastels are very soft and creamy. And there's different softnesses of chalk pastels. I don't really use chalk pastels much,
Okay.
so I can't really speak on them fully. What do you think, Christine? So I find like the hard chalk pastels, I've tried them on the gel plate, but they don't really release.
Okay.
Okay, so I took that off. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I think I want to add blue to where the irises are.
Ooh.
And maybe some green. Just because I think the brown you'll kind of lose the eye aspect of it. So Diane agrees that the pan pastels are creamier. Hello, Brenda, sarcastic craft hoarder. That is a fun name.
Hello, Brenda. And she is not lying about the hoarding.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she's not lying about the sarcasm.
Oh, that either. She got, so I seen a tour of her little she shed, and she has more papers than Joanne and the Hobby Lobby combined.
Oh, okay. And Christine said both are considered soft pastel, but for the most part, pan pastel has more pigment. Oh, I have to sneeze, and I don't have a mute button.
You are
Oh,
fine.
okay, it went away. That was a close call.
Okay. And then would you put oil pastels on a gel plate?
I've used oil pastels more as a resist. So I'd put oil pastels on a piece of paper and then do like a transfer of that. So put the paint down, put the paper that has the oil pastels on it, and then whatever you drew in the oil pastel will transfer to the plate as a resist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
did not
don't
know there were
know.
so many.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen anyone use oil pastels on the gel plate. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that. I don't think, I know I've never done that. That's not to say it can't be done. You never know until you try. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna add just a bit of, I don't know if this will show through. Like I said, um, just because it's showing on the top here doesn't mean it's going to show as a first layer. So I'll flip this over in a second and we'll see if this darker blue actually does anything.
This is relaxing using pan
Mm-hmm.
pastels.
It is.
So Christine is an actual artist, you said?
She has a BFA in
Okay.
art. And if you see her coloring pages on her YouTube channel or Instagram, you'll be like, oh, yes, yes, she is.
I will have to go follow her today. I think I'm already subscribed because
And then
I'm
she'll go
subscribed to.
ahead and she'll use Crayola crayons to color something, and it's amazing. It's like she used oil pastels. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna turn that over. So this is when the acrylic plate helps. So it does show a bit. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
So that darker blue will in fact help us a little bit. But I'm gonna pick this up with the brown acrylic. So you can't, so to get pan pastels off of your gel plate, you need to pick it up. You need, is that a piece of hair? You need acrylic.
Okay. And it will seal it.
It'll seal it pretty much. Maybe not 100%, but good enough for my purposes for sure. All right, so I'm going to use this Basics Liquitex acrylic fluid, burnt umber.
Ooh. Anything burnt is good.
Christine says, for example, Sennelier chalk pastels, which are the best in the world, will crumble way more than pan pastels, which are far creamier. And Sennelier pastels are pricey, for sure, I would say. But pan pastels aren't, like I said, they're not cheap, but they go a long way. You get a lot of product. I don't know what the price is now that Golden took over.
I think it's still up there.
Well, I would doubt it would go down.
Yeah.
From Golden.
It's about the price that you pay for a dozen eggs. Which is crazy.
Now, normally I probably would have used black, but since I'm making this for you, I'm using brown.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, View is very sassy, and she's very unafraid to try different things, which is awesome.
Oh, well then
That's
she'll fit
coloring,
in just
coloring View.
fine, because sassy is what we do best here. And then my husband, he gets blamed for everything. If something's missing, he did it.
So this is a fluid acrylic, so it did do a little bit of, it broke up a little bit, kind of went dendritic, but I don't mind that. When we pull it, you'll see what I mean. So where the paint was thicker, it's quite solid, but where it was thinner, we're going to see like little white splotches. You probably couldn't see that. I can hold it closer, but we'll see it better when I pull it. Well, we can blame lots of people, Cheryl. We could just blame Lindy. Hashtag blame Lindy. Who
But
called
Sean
you
really
that?
did it.
Sorry?
I said, but Sean really did it. Oh, wait, I think we were blaming Dee Dee.
Okay, coffee break.
And just be prepared when you go to Dee Dee's. You guys are going to be spending some money because there's always new and improved.
Yeah.
And our ideas are crazy good.
Yeah, she's very inspiring. So it's very dry where I live, so this is actually ready to pull.
Wow.
So the turquoise isn't showing up very much. It's more that dark blue that's showing up. I think because the brown dulled out the turquoise, but I still like it.
I do. It's pretty.
So here's where you can see the fluid kind of beat it up on the plate a bit. So you have more like that dendritic sort of look. And then on this side, I had it thicker. So it's more solid.
It looks great.
And then you could go in and like add Posca paint pens or Inktense, and you can add layers to the gel print. Yeah, Davy also uses inexpensive art supplies too, like Crayola Super Tips. So she has lots of ideas for.
Yes, and you don't know that it's not the real thing.
So I'm gonna sign that for you, Lindy. But you don't have to keep. You can
Thank
cut it
you.
up and do whatever you want with it.
Oh, it will go into my little friend journal. So I bought one of Lori B's journals.
Okay.
And I turned it into like my fib art. I put my fib art that I get in the mail. That's what I put in there.
Okay.
And you know how you always forget things about people that you don't talk to for a while. So I go in there and I like put where you live and if I know your kids' names or husband's name. Just kind of try to fill it in and
See if my camera's gonna focus. It's not focusing. There we go.
and then I think I have one of the largest journals I think that made. Hy-Vee journal. Dee Dee Willingham has her own channel, and she is very inspirational, very talented, and she streams on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then Yolanda is on with me today, and her channel is linked below. And she streams on Wednesdays.
Yes, I do.
And if you haven't seen hers, you need to check her out.
Oh, I didn't show how, like, again, the pan pastels, it's pretty much sealed. See, I'm rubbing it.
Oh, okay.
So that's the gold pan pastel, and that's the copper.
I'm going to have to get that copper.
I thought you might like to see those in person to decide if you want to get those colors.
Danielle, when you rewatch, go ahead and order them. So one of my friends, he orders supplies.
Supplies for you? Like,
she has a website.
oh, okay.
Gypsy's Craft Nook. So she can order pan pastels. She orders brayers.
Oh, okay. And then you
journals.
order from her.
Yeah. So I don't have to go out and look. If Amazon's out of something, she gets it for me.
And who's that?
Her name is Danielle, and she is at Gypsy's Craft Nook.
And she's in the States.
Yes.
I assume, yes.
She can get Seth Apter's baked textures.
Christine said, sorry, she gave me a wrench, but I don't know how to use it to post a link.
Will someone else pull Cat and paste? Will you grab her link and share her, please? So we can all go and join her channel too today.
I got it.
So that's kind of what we do. We just kind of share everybody out all day long. If you got something coming up.
Oh, I forgot. I don't have a wrench. I put a link, but I don't have a wrench.
I didn't give you one.
That's okay. Cheryl, I stream Wednesdays at 3 Eastern.
Oh, I don't even see you in the chat.
You don't? Oh, I see me in the chat.
I'm on live chat. Oh, there you go. You just popped in. Now you can share.
So I'm going to add some black lines to my ghost print.
So
I have to.
Yolanda, how long have you been dabbling in art? Are you an artist? Did you go to school for art?
No, I did not go to school. I've always liked doing artsy things. I've taken little, community classes here and there. I started scrapbooking in 1998. And then I worked full-time, and then once I had kids, I worked part-time. So I didn't have as much time to do those hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2018, I found Dee Dee. Well, I found Jane Davenport first on YouTube, and then I found Dee Dee, and then I found the world of mixed media and all you fine folks. So I started playing and collecting stuff, which, I mean, I had some stuff from my scrapbooking and from just general interest in art. But no, I've never done any classes. It's all mostly from watching YouTubers, really.
Okay, that's exactly how I learned.
So here's the other advantage of having the acrylic plate is you can line things up.
Oh.
Or I'm trying to line it up. It's hard to see, but it's close. I don't know. Might be slightly off. Hi, Marguerite.
Hello, Marguerite, and welcome.
So we're mostly playing with pan pastels on the gel plate today.
So coming into the world of mixed media, Debbie Kipp, oh, if you don't follow her, she is quite the artist as well.
Debbie Cook?
Kipp's Corner.
Oh, no, I don't. I'll have to write that down. I'll write that down.
She does amazing mixed media. She did a butterfly series where she put a puzzle together and then she sealed it and then she created, and she's still creating. I think there were 7 butterflies. And she's done a journal. She did an art piece. So I'm like, wow.
So here you can see just a hint of the pan pastel that was left over. It's very
Oh,
subtle. I used the green PBO green yellow.
that's a pretty green.
And then you can see like the pan pastel showing through in some areas. Yeah, so I'm self-taught. I just like to try things. I like doing I like doing it all. Watercolor, jelly printing, drawing, doodling, Zentangle. I love everything. And then I started designing stencils. Just sort of, I had an idea for stencils, so I just had emailed Mariah, and that's when they still had room to take on designers. I said, I have this idea for the stencil. What do you think? And she said, okay. So then I became one of their designers, and this was the first stencil I ever designed. I was driving in our city, and there's this bridge. As you drive onto the bridge, this is kind of what it looks like. So that was my first stencil design, city bridges. And then I designed two other ones, other bridges. And that's how I became a designer for PM Artist Studio. Cheryl, when are you on? Because I know I've watched you, but I don't know, are you on live, or are you on with Lindy, or do you have your own time that you go live?
She's been on with us once or twice. She tends to go on. Her and Diane go on at the same time one night.
Live Wednesday evenings. Okay. Now, Wednesday evenings, I go to tap dancing class. Sometimes I'll drop into Rosemary's to just kind of hang out while I'm having my dinner or something. What time on Wednesday?
The
Ooh,
doodling class is a lot of fun. Yes. And then on Wednesday, Diane comes on and we are doing a lap book.
A lap book, not a lap dance?
Yes, we're doing lap books. I might hurt somebody if I had to do a lap dance. Break a hip. And then, you know, we struggle with Diane and her accent. Because she tells us that she doesn't have an accent. We have an accent.
Right. So I'm just adding a bit more color to the ghost print using Inktense pencils. I'm just coloring it on, then I'm activating with water, and then once it dries, it's kind of permanent, sort of, mostly. If you activate it fully, is the theory. Someone on Wednesday was saying, "Oh, I love your Canadian accent." I said, "I don't think I have an accent." But
No,
apparently, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Yeah, Christine just said that. She was still laughing at someone said I had an accent. I don't know if she was just joking, if she was serious or not. I'm not sure. It was funny though.
Like when you hear Diane, like for us, she has a big accent. I don't think you have one.
Let's do Korean.
So are you back in the full swing of everything being back from vacation, or are you ready to go on vacation again?
I'm back. I'm back. My mom's in long-term care, so I'm not back art-wise because I used to spend more time arting, but I'm trying to catch up, like cleaning the house and then visiting her. So
Is she doing okay in long-term care?
she's doing okay. She's doing okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Oh yeah, Debbie just mentioned that Paula, who is known as Journal Artista, she has more of a Canadian accent with a little Minnesota thrown in, and she just started live streaming again. She's been away for a few years, and she just started back live streaming. She was very influential in the art journaling community, and she's a Canadian. She's from Toronto, so she's fun to watch. I think she's going live on I want to say Fridays or Thursdays. I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll have to check her channel out.
So this is pretty subtle. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I'm just adding a bit more color.
I agree. April Mama Juju, she's got that southern drawl for sure.
Oh, definitely. And Dee Dee has a little bit of a southern accent. Just a little bit.
Yes. Like sometimes I'll hear her go, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all. Oh, so Cat and Paste is in Toronto too. Now, when I went to New York City, Cat, they told me I had an accent.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. They were like, "Are you from Texas? You got a big drawl to your accent." I was like,
really? New York City?
Yes. It's like, I don't feel like I have an accent. Let me see.
Did I do this one? I can't remember where I just put the color.
Cheryl said you kind of do, Lydia, but I can't tell what it might be. Well, my family tree is, I have Blackfeet, Native American, Cherokee Native American, and Irish.
My parents were both French Canadian.
French Canadian. I don't hear any French accent with you at all.
No, because I usually spoke English.
So did they teach you to speak in French and you chose?
I went to school in French, actually.
Okay.
From kindergarten to grade 12. But I always preferred to speak in English because it was just easier, but I can speak French. But yeah, I don't have an accent.
Cat and paste. Father has an Italian accent. Maternal side English accent. I really don't know what I speak. Hi, Barbie. Welcome. Yes, there's all kinds of people that stream. So my husband has a YouTube crush, and her name is Crafted by Christy. And he watches her every single day.
Well.
Yes. I was like, should I be nervous? But she's a very sweet lady. Diane said, see, you all have accents, and she doesn't. And then Crafted by Tony. She is amazing with art journaling and the grungy stuff that I like. The grungier, the better.
Hi, Barbie.
So you guys might not know, Yolanda and I were speaking before we came on, and she does journals and other things on that she doesn't always show us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one is gorgeous.
So just adding like shading with the intense pencils and white acrylic markers.
Very nice.
I have to go get a cord because my iPad's gonna die.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you tell me when you are ready for us to go.
Well, probably soon, but I'm going to go get a cord. I'll be right back.
All right.
So, were you still doing a giveaway today, or?
I am.
Okay, maybe you should do that, and then we can go after the giveaway. I'll be right back.
All right.
I can hear you. You're coming with me.
Okay.
Yay! Yay! And we're going down the stairs.
Because Yolanda came on today, I want to thank her for taking time out of her day to join us, and we will be sending her a thank you gift in the mail. Because we have to take care of one another.
Well, that's very sweet.
All right, you guys, we're going to do a giveaway. So put in number between 1 and 100. And it doesn't matter if you are international or I will ship it.
Oh, I'm almost back.
Oh, that cool.
Let's see. Well, that's pretty.
And this one is also a folk art. This one is bronze metal. So it's lighter than the other one.
So what colors of pan pastels do you have in terms of pan pastels? You got like a blue, the turquoise?
Yes. So let's see. Oh, this is going to be hard. So you have to unscrew the one on the bottom.
Oh, to see the name?
Yes.
Yeah, it's underneath the pan. So if you
Okay.
take your pan and you turn it over, you see the name.
I don't have any metallics. So let's see. This one. I have 5 of these little things. So I have the green dark. So oxide green extra dark, I guess. We have ultra blue extra dark.
So ultramarine, probably? Ultramarine blue?
A violet extra dark. I'm thinking this was the ultra dark kit. Permanent red extra dark.
So you can also buy like the, instead of the dark, you can buy just the plain color, and then you can always darken it or lighten it. You can lighten it with white to make the tint.
And this
darken
is
it
a yellow extra dark. So and then we have a blue tint. So that's the tints you were telling us about.
So the tint is like a lighter shade.
And then we have turquoise shade. Permanent green. And permanent green tint. And I will definitely be investing in the little pans that you have. The holders.
The holders, they have the big holders like this, but they also have a smaller holder too. I don't remember how many of the smaller holders fit. Okay. And they do stack, the holders stack on each other quite nicely.
Yellow oxide, titanium white. Yellow shade. Hello, Vanessa. Vanessa is my ride or die on here.
Hello, Vanessa. Is that Clemens Crafts?
Yes.
Vanessa?
Yellow oxide shade. So on the 1st of every month, if you go to her channel, she does a giveaway. People will donate things, and then you just have to show up. You just have to comment once. I give you a number, and then she does a giveaway.
Okay.
Orange shade. Yeah, so she's permanent red. Red iron oxide, which I think that's probably my favorite one out of here so far.
So you have quite a few.
I do. I have 5 of
Yeah.
these little sets.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been buying them when they go on sale,
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
then they've
Mhm.
just sat here because I'm like, I don't know what to do with them.
Well, you definitely need a holder. You've got like
Yes. And then
plenty.
it'd be easier to see them because you have to unscrew them this way. So let's see. She has given away 1, 2, 3 journals, 4 journals that people have donated. She gives away awesome paper packs. So if on the 1st of every month, you need to check out her channel. All right, does everyone have your numbers in? And you have to be willing to send me your address, and I'm going to put my email in there. All right, I'm going to put the stop in and find my phone and my mess here. I was laughing when you said that you showed your mess the other night, Yolanda.
Oh gosh.
Oh, my desk is like that 10 times worse than that.
Well, someone phoned and then it made I forgot to put do not disturb on. So when they phoned, it turned my camera off.
Oh.
So I had to take my phone off of my holder so that I could fix it. And then as I'm doing that, I see someone say something about, I was mentioning the mess, and someone said something about the mess, and I'm like, well, I've already got it in my hand. Here, I'll just show you my mess.
All right, so we are going to go to the person that is closest without going over, and then we're going to go the person above and below that person. So we're going to do 3 giveaways.
Wow.
Right. Siri, pick a number 1 to 100, please.
A random number between 1 and 100 is 25.
25.
That's quite the accent on your little, is that
That's,
Siri?
yeah, that's
Alexa?
my Mary Poppins. She's the English accent.
Oh.
So I'm very all over the place. I love Mary Poppins. I love Disney, gorillas, and grunge. All right. So I see Marguerite Mitchell. Is that who you guys see?
Oh, my iPad died. Even though I had it put, oh, I didn't put it in all the way. I can't see. Right now I can hear you.
All right, Marguerite.
Congrats, Marguerite.
I'm going to send you something very nice in the mail. And then the person above her is Diane. Diane, you have a package coming anyway. And Brenda. Congratulations, ladies. 1, 2. So I only had 6 people put in numbers. So guess what? I'm going to send something to all of you.
Oh, that's nice.
Debbie and Cheryl and Barbie. So if you guys can send me your address and your mailing address, I will get stuff out in the mail to you.
My iPad keeps dying.
All right. Well, I think I've kept Miss Yolanda long enough.
Well, it's been lovely visiting.
I had fun, and I appreciate you very much for showing me how to use this product.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm just trying to get back in so I can say bye to everybody too. Ah, there we go.
Yes, make sure, everybody, that you have gone and subscribed to one another, because if it's not for us supporting one another, we wouldn't be here.
And remember to give Lindy a thumbs up.
Brenda tomorrow is on Casey's channel, and we will have Miss Janine from Canada joining us. Another fellow.
Is that J9?
J9 Scraps is going to
Yeah.
come on and craft with us in the morning. Yes.
She's a fussy cutting queen.
She is. She's my bug woman. I'm like, I need bugs, and she fussy cuts and puts stuff together all the time. So I appreciate all of you coming and supporting myself. And thank you, Yolanda, for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And anytime that you want to come back, you just let us know and we'll bring you back.
Coolio.
We can have more people on and just cut up and have fun and be women and unload. And Barbie tomorrow is on Casey's channel. Judy or Vanessa, can you do Casey's link, please, before we go, so Barbie can find us? Barbie, I just want to let you know Sunday mornings are very no holds bar. So if you get offended, I apologize in advance. But please come and join us. We don't mean to offend anyone. We're just being us, and we're amongst friends, so there's no topic off limits.
It's a no holds barred.
For sure.
Not triple X, but not for children.
Yes. So Sunday mornings are no kids allowed.
Well, thanks for inviting me, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know your pan pastels, and thanks for people that follow me that came today, and it was nice to meet the people that are Lindsay's subscribers that I haven't met before, and there's some overlap in there as well. So nice. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us.
Yes, and if you follow me and you don't follow Yolanda yet, please go subscribe to her channel. And by the way, the closer I get to 750, we're going to be doing a big giveaway. So we're almost there.
Cool.
The last time I checked, we were at 691, I think. So giveaway will be coming with a day of games. All right, you guys have a good day, and thank you for coming. 8 Central in the morning.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.